What's the word, y'all? Always watching TV, back with another exclusive. Y'all know the vibes. Hit the like button if you're rocking with the content. Pull up in the comment sections, let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell so you stay notified whenever we drop. You don't want to miss any of these, man. Make sure y'all hit that bell button so you get that notification whenever we drop. And let's just get into it, man. So it's been a month since the passing of Julio Foolio. And as you all may already know, the cops already got 5 suspects. And now we have more information surrounding the situation, man. So authorities say the suspects followed Julio Foolio all over Tampa, man. They pinpointed him at about 3 public locations. So they were studying and planning and plotting before they made their move. The suspects even went as far as bragging about the situation just hours after the incident. And one of the suspects actually attempted to escape police custody. Holy moly guacamole. Okay, so Tampa authorities are saying just hours after 3 masked gunmen sprayed 2 cars with bullets outside a North Tampa hotel back in June, killing the popular rapper known as Julio Foolio, a man boasted in a text message to a friend. He said, and I quote, "I'm coming home. My thirst is quenched. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today." Now this text message is among the details police uncovered in their investigation of the rapper's murder, according to court documents filed this week in the case against 3 of the 5 people charged in Julio Foolio's death. 3 of the 5. Interesting. Cops think the phrase "sippin' Don Julio" is known among the city's gang members to be disrespectful towards Julio Foolio, whose real name was Charles Jones. Alright, so facing charges of murder are cousins Rashad and Davion Murphy, along with Sean Gathright, Isaiah Chance, and Alicia Andrews. Chance and Andrews, both 21, acted as lookouts following the rapper and his entourage as they visited clubs around the city hours before the shooting, according to prosecutors. Gathright and the Murphys, according to court documents, were the gunmen who ambushed the group outside the Home 2 Suites Hotel on McKinley Drive, just south of the University of South Florida. Rashad, 27, and Davion, 30, are affiliated with a known gang as 1200 Out East, according to Jacksonville police. Chance is a member of the gang called ATK, which prosecutors say stand for Ace's Top Killers. Holy. The 2 gangs are aligned in war with 6 Block, to which Jones belonged. Jones is Julio Foolio. Alright, so authorities are saying in June, Julio Foolio posted a message to Instagram announcing B-Day Bash, which was an Airbnb pool party, and he also had shows the next night at Teaser's Gentlemen's Club on North Nebraska Avenue in Tampa. It was about that time where suspects formed a plan to follow the rapper to Tampa and ambush him. The cops claim they were able to see surveillance videos outside of Teasers, and the footage shows a Chevy Cruze pulled up outside at about 2:23 a.m. A man and a woman, later identified as Chance and Andrews, were seen getting out of the car and walking around, according to court documents. Chance was seen on a cell phone, according to the court paper. Shortly thereafter, a Chevrolet Impala pulled up. Gathright was inside the Impala. They also got cell records showing that the 2 men were calling each other. Jones and his entourage left Teaser shortly after about 3 for an after party at Truth 18 Lounge. An Instagram post also advertised the party. They also saying when Julio Foolio arrived, he went live, showing that he was at the location. So not only was they following him and doing their own homework, he was just putting it out there, kind of like antagonizing people, like, you know, it's my birthday, I'm outside, I'm letting y'all know where I'm at. And that's how he would have been talking if nothing had happened. Y'all saw for my birthday, I went live, I had an Airbnb, it was females in there that I didn't even know, man. He would have been popping it if this didn't happen to him. Alright, so we got Julio Foolio arriving to the after party at Truth 18, and now prosecutors are also saying not long thereafter, a Chevrolet Cruze drove by. Chance and Andrews reappeared outside Truth 18. Oh my god, so they just pop it up wherever he at, confirming his locations, then giving the shooters the information. So at about 4 a.m. when Jones left the club, as he rode in the passenger seat of a black Dodge Charger, his entourage accompanied him in a 3-car convoy to the Home 2 Suites on McKinley Drive. The Cruze and the Impala also followed. surveillance camera, and a Tesla car camera captured what happened next as the Charger parked beside an overhang near the hotel's front door. The other two cars in a convoy parked nearby. A little after 4:30 a.m., the Impala pulled into the parking lot and drove all the way around the hotel as if they were trying to, avoid the sight of the victims. They wasn't trying to make it known that we here because, right here is where they was about to make the move. About 3 minutes later, the crews also pulled into the parking lot, rolling past the parked Charger that made a U-turn, passing the car a second time before driving out of the lot. So they confirmed that that's boy in there. He definitely in there. We see him in there. A minute later, 3 men stepped out of the parked Impala and began walking towards Jones and his friends. The 3 wore hoodies and masks. One carried a pistol with an extended magazine. The other 2 held assault-style rifles. The long guns had black mesh bags attached to them designed to catch spent bullet shell casings after they were ejected from the weapon. The man with the pistol pointed it at the Charger's windshield as he fired more than 30 rounds. The men with the rifle began shooting too, aiming for the Charger and another car nearby. The man driving the Charger sped forward, driving north through the parking lot as the gunshots kept coming. The 3 gunmen then ran back to the Impala and drove away. Jones was dead. 3 of his friends were shot, but they survived. They also said the police was able to match the 9mm bullet shell casings to 4 shootings and 1 homicide in 2022 back in Jacksonville. Police used the license plate readers to identify the registered owners of the Cruise and the Impala. Gatright owned the Impala, and the Cruise belonged to a woman who shared an address with Rashad Murphy's brother. Police tracked the cars as the license plates registered throughout the state in the days after the shooting. They found the Cruise in Polk County at the home of one of Gatright's relatives. They learned he had driven there later the day of the shooting and had been seen cleaning the inside of the car. He took a different vehicle, a Toyota 4Runner, back to Jacksonville. When sheriff's deputies found the 4Runner, they found guns and ammunition inside. They weren't a match to the Tampa shooting, but investigators did link the weapons to 2 Jacksonville shootings, including the prior attempt to kill Jones. Wow. So when Julio got hit in his foot, it was Mr. Gat right behind it, or at least he's in possession of ammunition that were tied to that incident. Investigators found more weapons and ammunition when they searched Gatright's home in Jacksonville. Among the items were 2 9mm bullet shell casings that police matched to the Tampa shooting, although the gun wasn't found, according to court records. An Airbnb rental confirmation that Rashad Murphy made at a townhouse the day before the shooting was a little more than a mile away from where the shooting occurred. Sheriff deputies near Atlanta stopped Rashad Murphy a few days after the shooting. They found him driving a silver Chevrolet Cruise, matching the description of the one used in the shooting. Murphy, who deputies said ran from the traffic stop, was arrested on an obstruction charge. He was arrested last week on the murder charge after a standoff with Jacksonville deputies. That's the guy that was on FaceTime with his girl and was attempting to unalive himself. So you went and did all that, put in all that work, got an AR style rifle with shell catchers, and when the police come to hold you accountable, you ready to take yourself off the earth. Coward. We already know Gatright, Chance, and Andrews were arrested last week, but Mr. Davion Murphy has an active warrant for his arrest, and he still remains at large. Holy moly guacamole. So these guys, alright man, so these guys did a whole bunch of sloppy work, man. They drove miles away in cars that were registered to themselves. They had their cell phones on them. They were calling each other. One of the guys after the hit sent a text out to one of his friends bragging, talking about his thirst has been quenched. We popping Don Julio later. Gatright riding around with ammunition that's tied to a whole bunch of other drills. Just sloppy and nasty work, man. These guys are over with. Within 30 days, the police done arrested them, figured out who did what, figured out motive, cause. They even know that the firearms had shell catches on them, man. Holy moly guacamole. They got them dead to bang, man. What y'all think about this? How y'all feel about this? Do y'all think this was just an act of revenge? They wanted Julio Foolio this bad, they was willing to go out of their way, use personal vehicles, and commit this brazen act? Or this was a money grab? Foolio had some bands on his head, and these guys were desperate, and they just had to do what they had to go get that bag. What y'all think, man? How y'all feel about this? Pull up in the comment sections, let me know y'all thoughts. As always, watching TV, make sure y'all like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so y'all stay notified. Follow us on all socials at OfficialAlwaysWatchinTV. We on Instagram, TikTok, Trends, Facebook, Twitter, aka X. Y'all know the vibes, man. Tap in with us. Thanks for all the support. Shout out to all the new subscribers. And until next time, you know the vibes. I'm out of here. Yeah.